All right, so motivation, right? Just start, what they say. I love watching motivational YouTube and motivational Instagram and motivational TikTok. It's great. It really does, get me inspired a lot of the time. Like, it makes me want to go out there and do something, be somebody, write a book, go on an adventure, skydive, whatever. Not skydiving. I don't like heights. I'm not going to skydive. But I like the motivation. All right. And I keep watching these videos that say, just start. Just start. Whatever you're going to do, just start. And as you know, I'm trying to do a YouTube channel, and I'm trying to film short films and write scripts, make movies, all that stuff. And I keep hearing just start. So yeah, just start. Okay. So I do this, and I watch these videos, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna do some start. So then, about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I decided to just start and do my first short film. I got some buddies together, and we were gonna do a short film about a vampire comedy thing. And we did one scene. And then life got in the way, work and all that stuff. It's just, and that's, that happens. I'm not blaming anybody. It's just, I have to work, and they have to work, and have to do other things. I, have to watch a lot more YouTube, and I gotta walk and I just do things. I just do random things, and some things tend to fall by the wayside. Well, this movie fell by the wayside. And again, that was 2-3 years ago. Okay. And I haven't started it again yet since, and I keep meaning to. And then, I move and I come back, and I was like, all right, I keep watching these just start videos. And so I'm gonna do a new short film. I'm gonna start a new short film, and I'm gonna finish this one. I'm determined to finish it. So about 6 months ago, I started another short film, and this one was about, a killer type thing. And it's gonna be really quick, 7 minutes, maybe 10 minutes tops or whatever. And I started it, got 2 scenes in, just 2. And again, never picked it back up. Haven't touched it since. And it got me thinking, it's like all these videos and posts that I see that say just start, heart's in a good place, and they're right. But what people really don't talk about is, even though you start, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to finish. What's the drive to finish? Where's the motivation to keep going? And thought about this a lot. And I'm on here giving advice, I'm going to finish these movies. I'm going to finish these short films. I am at some point. But the point is just finding that time. If you start something and you really have a passion for it, and you really do want to complete it, rather than letting life get in the way, you have to let it get in the way of life sometimes. You have to pursue it no matter what. Get distractions out of the way. Now, I know you can't just get rid of work. You have to go to work. You got to pay your bills. Or if you're married, have kids or whatever, you got to take care of your family. There are priorities. I'm not saying that you forget about your priorities to get this random hobby thing completed. All right. But at the same time, hold on. Where the hell am I? I'll figure it out. But at the same time, there are certain things that you can neglect to make up the time that you need to focus on getting your project done. Short film, that painting you've been wanting to finish, that book you've been wanting to write, whatever it is you want to do that you have a drive for or passion for that requires you to just start and get it done. Sometimes you just have to put aside some other things, maybe don't go see that movie. Maybe don't go to the bar with your friends. Just give it up for a night and just get some more of your project done. Forego some of the other things that really are just fun to get what you want to get done, because that is your passion, And some people don't have a problem with that. Some people have a drive, and they set on something and they complete it. And that used to be me, I feel like. But the older I get, the more lazy I get. The more I just, find other things. I'm distracted more. That's the other problem. We're in an age of distraction. Everything's distraction. Instagram's a distraction. YouTube's a distraction. I love YouTube, but it is a distraction. And it keeps me from really progressing in anything. So basically the point is, you just got to do it. You just got to like get rid of some of the things that are in your way, and not get rid of them altogether. I'm just gonna put it aside for a day or two and just focus on your goal at hand. And if your project requires other people and they also have other things that they have going on and fun things, give them incentives to like say, hey, look, I know you want to go to the bar or go to this movie or whatever, but how about you help me finish this thing and we'll go to the bar tomorrow, drinks are on me. You know, give them some kind of incentive to like, you know, help you finish your thing. I really don't know where I am. I'm gonna figure that out. Alright, here we are. Man, it's a doozy of a day out here. It is warm. Anyways, like I was saying, just get started is like the start of it. It really is. The rest of it is just putting forth the effort to finish it. That's all I'm saying. And it's sometimes a lot harder to put other things aside to get whatever it is your passion is to get done. And honestly, passions can sometimes be just hobbies, and hobbies are just passions. But at the same time, it's not that, it doesn't mean you shouldn't make time for it. You know, things that make you enjoy life, things that make you overcome the mundane, you know, things that keep you going, mental health or whatever, all that stuff that keeps you in a positive mindset is important. And not that anything else you do isn't. Work, family, kids, anything that, you know, responsibilities matter, and I get it, they're very important. But at the same time, you got to have fun with your life. You got to do something that's motivating and inspiring. Because, I mean, my career is a very inspirational field, and I've been doing it for 20 years. But sometimes that even just kind of wears on me, you know? Sometimes I get burnt out, and I got to do other things that make me appreciate what I do for a living, or make me appreciate the creative process. And YouTube and filmmaking and writing, those are things that get my juices going like that. They make me appreciate my career more too, because I'm lucky enough to be in a career-oriented field. But these things that I start and never finish, it kind of makes me bummed that I don't really complete what I set out to do. And that's not all the time. And there's a lot of things that I have completed and that I have worked on. But sometimes there's some things that are a little more intimidating than others. And I think that's the next thing that is a problem with certain things that are your passion or hobby. Sometimes they just seem so out of reach. You know, the goal, the end, reaching the end just seems so difficult and time consuming. And sometimes it's intimidating. It's scary because you might start something and you don't really see it going the way you saw it in your head. But that doesn't mean you give up, because the passion's still there. It just means you start over, but you still finish it. No matter how intimidating things are, you still want to do it. You still love it. And sometimes you should use that intimidation to prove a point to yourself, you know, to conquer it. But giving up shouldn't be an option. Putting it aside shouldn't really be an option. Completion is your only option. There is no try, there is only do, as a wise green alien once said. And finally, the last thing is overdoing it. Sometimes you might have a project in mind or something that you want to do that you thought was doable, but in reality wasn't. We need to get better about, I need to get better about starting projects that I know I can complete. Starting something that's not out of the realm of possibility for the gear I have, or the time I have, or the funds I have for it. I could still make a killer short film or write that awesome script, but I need to make it more to the ability that I have to get it completed. And that's what I feel like a lot of people tend to do. They have these grandiose ideas that they see other people accomplish or see other people do, and they're like, if they could do it, I could do it. You know, harsh truth is, sometimes just because they can do it doesn't mean you can do it. You gotta start off small. I mean, some people that you see, like, there's tons of YouTubers that I follow that put out great commercial spec ads, or like they have great short films, or like just their YouTube channel is just popping. Like, it's just, their production quality is great, their editing is fantastic. And I have to realize I'm not there yet. Like, I'm only a few videos in on both my channels. I have to work a little longer to be able to have that ability to do that. And sometimes I see that stuff and I'm inspired. I'm like, I'm gonna go do that. And then I get into it and I realize, man, that's a little more work than I'm capable of at this moment. And sometimes it's an ego punch, but at the same time, it doesn't mean you stop. You just reevaluate what you're doing, you tone it down, and you make it for the ability that you have. You use what you have to create the best possible thing. Anything, painting, again, writing, short films, movies, whatever. We're not all savants. We're not all going to be great. All the people that inspire us, we're not going to be them just yet. They could be our goal down the road, but until we just start and complete it, we're not going to know where we stand. We're not going to know where we are. We're not going to be able to grow. So basically what I'm saying is, I need to do all these things that I'm telling everyone else they should do. I need to heed my own advice, and I just need to complete it. I need to get rid of distractions that aren't necessarily important. I need to not be intimidated by the projects that I have, and I need to scale down what I'm doing if I know that it's not feasible. And that will help me. I know it will. I have complete and utter faith in myself as long as I know those things. And I know that I will have things ready to go. I know that I will have things completed. And I know that I'll be happy with them. And to a point, you know what I mean? And I feel like it doesn't matter if you're completely happy with what you create or not. What matters is that you are proud of yourself for completing it. And then at some point, you become your own motivation. You don't need to be inspired by every other YouTuber that you see, or every other TikToker, or every other Instagrammer that you see to do these things. You yourself are inspiring yourself because you know that you're growing. And then you see something that you did and you see where you are now, and you're just that much more proud of where you've come. And once you have a few projects under your belt and you've seen that you've actually did everything you said you're going to do, it spurs you on to keep going, to keep creating, because that's just how any art form works. You get addicted to it. You become more interested in every part of it. So yeah, that's my rant for the day. If you have any comments, which I hope you do, any advice, if I helped you at all, please leave the comments. If you like the video, please click that like button. And if you want to hear more of these weird rants that I don't really know what I'm talking about, I just talk. If you like watching me talk, basically, hit the subscribe button. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. It is hot, and I am not a small fella. I'm drenched. I'm drenched in sweat. Until next time.